Yo, what's up guys? Arekkz here, and today we are talking about Astral Chain.
I really hoped you two wouldn't get caught up in all this. Now don't go dying on me.
Astral Chain, for those of you that perhaps haven't heard about it, is the new Platinum Games game that was recently revealed during the most recent Nintendo Direct exclusively for Nintendo Switch, and it looks fantastic.
Doomed to be used by those idiots until you die. Chained to your fate, powerless.
It's launching later this year, August the 30th, which is really cool because August can often be one of those kind of light times for games, so super looking forward to that. It's set in this sort of cyberpunk futuristic city where aliens have invaded, and it's down to this special police task force to basically defend the people of the city. And let's be honest, that's kind of all you need to know, because if you're playing a Platinum Games game, you're not here for the story, you're here for the badass combat. So in this video, I thought we'd talk about everything we currently know, because while we've only had a trailer so far, the official website does contain some information talking about how gameplay will work, how the characters work, things like that, so I thought we'd touch on that today. So if you do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this game from what you've seen so far. And of course, if you haven't entered our giveaway for a chance to win a custom-built PC from the guys over at box.co.uk, click that link in the description box down below. Now, let's begin. Of course, as mentioned, it's a Platinum Games game, right? So you can expect over-the-top combat, crazy combos, crazy gameplay styles. Just like Platinum Games in general, they nail action combat. I love pretty much all the Platinum Games titles I've played to date, and anytime they make a new title, there are, I'm sure you guys have got your favorite developers where if they announce something, you're just like, yo, I'm listening because your name is attached to it. And for me, one of those is Platinum. So yeah, the second I saw that name, the second I saw the directors, the people involved, this is a game to pay attention to. Now, the way the game works is that you pick either a male or a female character, so you can choose depending on who you want to play as, and rather interestingly, the one that you don't pick actually ends up being your younger sibling in-game, so you'll actually see both of them, but you just play as one of them. And then in combat, you have a living weapon known as a Legion, and they are essentially what you've seen in gameplay, the thing that takes various different forms, and you can use it in a number of interesting ways. On one hand, you can either use it and kind of team up with your Legion to attack the same enemy at once, providing these kind of interesting combos and the ways you can kind of flow between them. On the other hand, you can actually separate them so you can basically attack multiple foes at the same time. You can send your Legion off to do one thing, you can go and do the other thing, so you can kind of deal with larger groups of enemies like that. And of course, given that they are a living, breathing weapon, you also have different forms of weapons kind of through your Legion. So we've seen things like a bow, we've seen things like double blades, we've seen like single blades, and we've even seen how they've got this interesting mechanic where there's a tether between them, so you can then kind of do interesting things like tying up enemies. So that's really interesting. Now, I did kind of wonder whether there would have been like a multiplayer component with the game. It doesn't seem to be, at least from what we've seen so far. It's probably one of those things, given the way that they have described it, that you just control both aspects of it. But regardless, it's a really interesting kind of take on it, because not only are you going to have now your own single combat option and crazy combos that again you kind of expect from Platinum Games, but now you can kind of factor that in with two playable, kind of controllable components, and you can then begin to imagine there's going to be some rather interesting potential there. Additionally, from what we've seen of the gameplay, it seems that your Legion isn't just tied to being like your weapon, it can actually be kind of like a utility or a companion at the same time. So we've seen it adopt its more humanoid format where, it's got blades for arms, it's got a bow, it's got different weapons, but we've then also seen it take the canine form as like a Legion dog, which you can then ride around in combat. We've seen them use the dog to dodge incoming attacks, to just get around quickly. So I like the fact that this Legion companion, this Legion weapon, so to speak, actually has so many different uses, and I imagine there's going to be like a really cool skill component in game whereby you can probably, upgrade different abilities, pick maybe the path you want to go down, unlock different options for this, which will then of course give you loads of different options in gameplay. If you've got this crazy big city to explore, being able to hop on the back of your Legion as a dog, run around and then just switch back out into weapon format is going to make for some crazy fun gameplay. But yeah, that is kind of all we know right now. We know that it is the next action title by Platinum Games. Hideki Kamiya is overseeing it, but the actual main director on this one is Takahisa Taro, who actually worked on Nier Automata, so you might have actually got some of those vibes when you were watching the trailer. You might have sort of felt that Nier vibe, as well as, of course, the obvious anime vibe, because the main artist, the main kind of like art director for this, is also Masakazu Katsura, who is the mangaka for Zetman and the video game. I haven't actually seen either of those, but I kind of googled their sort of art style, and you kind of see some of the stuff that he's worked on, and it's actually kind of interesting. So when you know that that art direction is going to be brought into the game, it's definitely going to make for a really interesting visual style. From what we've seen so far, it looks really interesting. I'm liking the kind of futuristic aspect of it, but I obviously also really appreciate the heavy sort of anime influence as well. So yeah, this is for sure something I am really excited for. I remember back when Platinum Games said they were working on like a really different action title, and kind of people were sort of questioning what this could be, and Astral Chain is obviously what that is. So definitely incredibly excited. I have, rather interestingly, on a slightly different topic, seen some rumours going around recently that potentially Scalebound might be rearing its head on Nintendo Switch. It was previously an Xbox title and then it got cancelled. Honestly, knowing what Platinum are working on right now, knowing they're working on Bayonetta and they're working on this, I kind of feel like they might have just taken some of the ideas from Scalebound and maybe worked them into this game. But hey, if that ends up happening, I mean, I'm completely cool with more Platinum games, but for the time being, Astral Chain is the main focus. So, launching later on this year, super awesome, futuristic, action combat game. You have a companion, can transform into weapons, you've got loads of different combat options, lots of stuff to look forward to, so be sure to keep it locked, because obviously as we go throughout the year, as we find out more about this game, I will keep you guys up to date, because I genuinely am super excited to play this one, so you can expect to see more videos on the channel very soon. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out some more awesome stuff from us here at Arekkz Gaming, then you should definitely try to catch 269 and Paradise Central streaming 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. They play a wide range of games, and what's more, we also have the Endgame store. By watching their streams, you earn currency, and you can redeem that currency on the Endgame store for really cool prizes. Those can range from things like games, comics, and figures, all the way up to controllers, capture cards, and even consoles. So definitely drop by and become part of the community. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you're subscribed and be sure to click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next upload. You can watch more videos by clicking on the options here, but once again, thanks very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.